That's
Now their
very odd of you.
families are not very
Okay.
happy as
I'll just be here.
the fathers
Just gonna
Alright,
wrap
are
I'll
now
see you
dead.
later.
In a bit.
They have less
Sound
financial
muted.
support. They may be losing their houses, as well as emotional trauma for their loved ones passing away.
Okay.
How comes the transport helicopter did not get them safely there?
Well, unfortunately, sir, and we have footage from the officer that was, from the dead officer's radio system that shows exactly what happened, which was a helicopter decided to crash into them. If you'd like...
Why were there no measures in place, such as air traffic control, to prevent such a thing? And if he was heading towards you, why didn't you take evasive action?
Well, as I say, pilots aren't really trained to predict for a suicide attack, sir, because obviously some might say that it wouldn't be valuing your life to do it, or it might be even classified as, shall we say, from a legal perspective, VDM. But we unfortunately couldn't really counter that situation. I'm fine to raise a complaint that you have, justifiably. I was operational commander, so it's my responsibility. More than happy for you to raise it with the Police Complaints Commission around us losing a helicopter. But as I say, I believe the pilot giving his life was, more than kind of enough price to pay. Unfortunately, that man had a family and 3 children.
I understand that, but so did my clients. They had families too, and now their families are wanting compensation as they can no longer keep their houses.
They were 2
as
brothers.
the rent simply gets too high.
There were 2 brothers that arrived on the island 2 weeks ago. Their only family relatives on the island is just them 2. I know them very well. I have a whole file on them if you'd like it, but they don't have any family, sir. They were immigrants to the island 2 weeks ago with 0 family. Try the other one. It has bells on it.
All right. Okay, so another case. What gave you who gave you the warrant for raiding their houses?
We didn't raid the house, sir.
From my perspective, when I rolled up, you had the locks smashed out on the house.
Yep, because there was an injured man that was visible through the window, sir. When I arrived at the door, I requested his permission, and I'm prepared to give you the video of this. I requested his permission to break down his door to save his life.
Can I be one of your targets?
Once we broke down his door, we saved his life. We then extracted him to the police station where we performed emergency medical surgery. We then got him back on his feet, and he was released without any charges, as you saw him exiting the building.
So you're not allowed to enter the police station. So you need to get out of the police station.
Alright, okay, I'll get out.
Alright, and what about the officer discharging his firearm at me?
When did an officer discharge his firearm at you, sir?
That was literally just now downstairs. He was blindly shooting, and I got clipped in the leg.
Oh, I apologise for that, sir. I don't.
That was a taser that didn't work.
Would be discharging. It was probably a taser round that was faulty, sir. I mean, you're more than willing to as I say, I'm more than willing to raise a complaint on that behalf and raise it with the CC. But unfortunately, sir, taser rounds can misfire. If they were trying to detain someone that was potentially illegally entering a police station, the taser round might have misfired. So I apologise for any harm that you might have suffered, sir.
Well, I wouldn't believe that you would have firearms which are deadly, and they would simply discharge accidentally.
No, the gentleman was discharging a taser pistol, sir, which is a non-lethal round. It fires a projectile, 2-pronged projectile, which embeds into the suspect and then kind of sets.
I'm aware of tasers work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you might know, at times what can happen is with these taser pistols that we've been issued on the island, there can be a misfire in the mechanism. So what it in fact fires is it fires just the prongs, but it doesn't fire the cable connecting it to the power pack, which then kind of causes bodily harm.
I understand, but either way, that can still cause serious injury, as well as if I had a pacemaker, that more than likely could have stopped my heart, which in that case, it is a deadly weapon.
Absolutely, sir, 100%. And as I say, I can only apologise that you might have got caught in the middle of that, sir. I believe the officer was trying to protect your life from somebody that could have potentially caused you harm. Would you have preferred if we'd stood by as somebody could have potentially accosted you or assaulted you?
Why couldn't you have tackled him? He had no firearms. He simply had a t-shirt and some shorts.
Unfortunately, sir, we don't have a means of tackling.
I was unarmed.